Well, good morning, ladies. I didn't put anything up yesterday, I don't think. I can't remember. I'm just working hard. Or hardly working. It is 10:39, Monday, the 14th, August 2023. It's 77 degrees. They expect us to have some more thunderstorms. We had a little bit of rain again last night. And possibly in the next day or two, we're supposed to get them again. So, yay for us. More wet, damp garbage. The Lazy Retired Granny, I just watched your video. Well, I paused it. I'm almost at the end. But you mentioned something about the owl, and there he is. He's not perfect, but I don't feel like piddling around with him. I put him in, and from a distance, you know he's an owl of sorts. So he's going to stay. Everything else I had changed. This is where I'm at right now. I'm working on the moon. I'm finishing up all this in here. This area is done, except for a couple little ones down here. I thought maybe I'd try a little whip and chat while I worked on a couple areas. And then when I go to put the last one or two drills in, I will do a video of that. Because after all, those who were watching me from the beginning saw me put in the first couple drills. And I figure, hey, I might as well do a video of me putting in the last couple drills. So when I turn the light on, it's probably going to look crazier than I'll get out. But I'll see if I can get you into the cradle holder without turning you off, as I've done before, and we'll see what happens. So be prepared to be wiggled and jostled around. So let's see what I can do here. Let's see if I can get you in here without messing it up. Okay. I think I got you where I want you. You're not too high up. You're not too low down. It's not going to smack my drill pin. So, I see that Lazy Retired Granny was working on ones. I did all my ones about a little while ago. I think I have one more that's floating around here somewhere, but I'll catch it on the, as I come back around to it. Trying to decide what color I should do next. I think I was going to work on the M's because there are some in here. And I've seen those X's. Well, what I was working on, no, I see what I got here. These. Number 58. And you probably can't see them from there, but there's a bunch of little horse today. Man, my window's open. Musty, whatever. Damp out and everything. I don't like it. I mean, the sun is sort of out today, so I expect it's going to be okay for a while. Garbage men will be showing up soon, so you may hear them when they start traipsing across here and picking up stuff. They don't pick up everything. I have a chair sitting out there for 2 weeks, and they still... See, they don't get out of their trucks. This is what's really, ticking me off with unions and stuff now. I mean, I love unions, but I've never seen such lazy garbage men in my life. If you have a piece of cardboard and it's leaning against your trash can and your trash can's full because you couldn't get, that in it, they will not get out of the truck and pick up that cardboard. they will pick up your can with the machine, and then whatever falls out, hey, they don't care. They leave it. And then they're on their way. They don't get out of their trucks anymore. They don't do anything. So, I don't know how I'm supposed to get rid of that stupid chair. It's been rained on. It's been, sun beaten on it, yada, yada. And it's still sitting there. So I don't know what to do. I can't just bust it up. It's material and everything. So what? It's going to sit out there until it rots into the ground, because that's about where it's what's going to happen. So don't know what else I'm going to do today. I know I'm going to finish this. This will get done. And as soon as this gets done today, because it will be done today, don't know exactly what time, but it will be done. Then I'm going to, and we may end up hearing my dog bark in a little bit, because I know he's going to start carrying on with either the garbage man or the delivery truck that's showing up. Not for us, but they'll be next door, and I know it's showing up. They show up every Monday around this time, and he's going to start going off. So if you hear him, I can't stop him. He's got a hard head. He don't listen. So anyway, once I finish this, I think I'm going to take a much needed break for the rest of the day. And then first thing tomorrow morning, I'm going to start on my room. I'm going to just start pulling stuff out from under my day bed. I'm going to go through everything, every minute detail of it, and dumping what is no longer needed or necessary. Because I'm tired of hanging on to stuff, like, oh, I might be able to fix this, or oh, I might be able to use this later. No, it's leaving. It's gone, gone, gone. I have some things under there that I would like to have displayed, but I don't have the room. My father was a avid collector. He was for a while, and then he changed to airplanes, flying model airplanes. He was a train collector. He had a lot of the, they were the miniatures. I can't remember H something, whatever they were. I don't remember that part. He even built a huge village down in his basement. It had, car accidents by the railroad tracks, and it had mountains. It had little ambulances, little police cars, and train running around the tracks, and the whole bit. I mean, he just, made that thing fantastic. Well, I was able to grab, when he passed away, at least one or two of the engines that he had. And that's all I have of my dad. So I was at least able to grab those. And they're under my bed in a large cedar. It's like a keepsake box, but it's large, has the mirror inside, like a Lane version, of a big cedar chest, only the smaller version. And it's under there, so I might take that train out and see if I've got room in my little china closet, china cupboard, or whatever, in my living room to put the train. And there's probably other Christmas decorations under there too, so I don't have to go out into my shed to get them every winter. I had them stored under there. Some of those are leaving too. I've had enough. of decorating and then having to tear it all down. We don't have a Christmas tree to put up every year. I don't bother with it anymore. I don't have any little kids. It's just me and my daughter, or my daughter and I, correction. And we don't really decorate. We don't put the stuff up. We, couple things maybe on the door itself, and on the kitchen table I'll put a Santa or something, and that's about it. I don't need those tons and tons of decorations. Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, 4th of July. I mean, I had it for every month of the year practically, so I don't need that anymore. Christmas when I was a kid was something else, because my parents were divorced when I was very young. Excuse me. So between the two of them, we got quite a lot of stuff. I would spend the night at my dad's when he lived with his mother, my grandmother, and my sister and I would spend the night. And of course, we'd wake our father up probably at 4 in the morning. And he'd have a small little tree setting up on a table, and the presents would be piled around there and on the floor. And anything I got, my sister got. We, at that time, let's see, I would have been about 8 or 9. I got a Wendy doll. She got a Wendy doll. We got a little fake metal cash register with the money in it. She got the same thing. I'm trying to remember. We got basically anything I got, she got. I remember having a Patty Play Pal doll. Now, she didn't have one of those. She was a little younger then and couldn't have handled a Patty Play Pal. And I remember that doll. And I know positively, and I'm going to have to start looking it up and see if I remember correctly, I had what they called a Rosemary Clooney doll. And she had little fake, she was not as tall as a Patty Play Pal, but she was close. And she had an evening dress on. I'm getting hoarse. She had an evening dress on with gray plastic heels. And I just remember it. That's what I can remember the most. And that I used to take the heels off of her little tiny ones and try to put them on my feet. And they'd only fit near my toes, and stuff. But I remember that. And I know there was a Rosemary Clooney doll. It had to be. Or I wouldn't have remembered it that way. And I had a Chatty Cathy. Pull the string and, she talked. Until the string broke. Then she never spoke again. So I had many stuffed animals. I had one I wanted really bad. It was a French poodle. It was kind of a off-white gray type of color. And I wanted it really bad. I was just little. And my mom I got it it was either Christmas or my birthday. And I had that stuffed animal. Its head was floppy afterwards. It stood straight up. It stood. It was a good-sized French poodle. It wasn't just a little tiny one. I had it until, I even had it after I graduated high school. It just was in pretty bad shape. From being toted around when you're little. And drug around outside and etc. And after I got married, my mother asked me, she said, "Do you still want this, stuffed animal? It's still here." I said, "No." I said, "Just get rid of it." I wish I would have told her I keep it, because it was a memory. And had it a lot of years. And the main reason why I wanted it is originally I had a teddy bear. And I can't remember if we had gotten it from Florida or not when my mom and us, we lived down in Florida for a short time when I was little. And my father picked oranges down there, and I don't know what my mother did, but we were down there for a while. And we knew some people in the, I don't know if it was the fair or the circus or something, and they had gorillas and monkeys and stuff, and I had gotten a teddy bear that looked like he had like a jacket on, the checked chest, and then the little bit of white in the face, and then the rest was all just like a teddy bear, a brownish red teddy bear. And I really loved that teddy bear. I carried that everywhere when I was little. And then well, his stuffing decided to start coming out, and it was that what do you call it, Excelsior type stuff. It was straw, stiff type straw, and he was starting to fall apart. And my mother said I had to take him over to the burn barrel and get rid of him because there was no hope of sewing him back together. And I felt so bad on that, and that's why I wanted that other stuffed animal. It was like a replacement, I guess. And here I am prattling about a stupid stuffed animal. Oh man, let's see. I remember going roller skating. I used to love roller skating. I never could do fancy things on roller skates. Couldn't do anything like that. I was lucky I could, get around, the circle. Now my mother, when she was younger, when we were kids, she could dance on roller skates. She could do the foxtrot and jitterbug. And I mean, I used to watch her, get on those roller skates at the roll arena, and she was good. And I'll tell you, I couldn't have went that fast. I'd have been afraid to kill myself. But she was good. She was real good on them roller skates. And then on the weekends, well, they had the roll arena, on during the day, and in the evening, for the teenagers, they started in the summer months, I think. They would have your dances held there. That was a lot of fun. Sometimes they'd have a band. Sometimes it would just be a DJ up there playing music. So that was, entertaining for us. Something to do, because there wasn't a whole lot. You had 2, 3 drive-ins. Now we just have 2. We still have drive-in. It's one of the oldest drive-ins in Ohio. And I won't go to it now. It's just way too expensive. You no longer are allowed to bring anything. I'm dropping drills here. No longer allowed to bring anything, in. Even water. You can't bring anything. If you want to bring your own food in and not buy it at the concession stand, it costs you $20. That's extra on top of the 15 or 20 they charge you for 2 people to, come into the drive-in. So it's not cheap. I got a double one here. That doesn't happen very often. I see it's going to have to go into the trash. You know, and they do show 2 movies, and they've got, I think, 3 screens now. You know, and I mean, it's nice, it's clean, it's in a good area. It's been family owned since the very beginning, and it's still family owned. But I don't know, the prices. I don't know. I guess, you know, that's good, but I can remember paying, you know, well, that's awful to say because, heck, that was in the 50s and 60s. I remember paying 50 cents to get in, you know. So, or they would have a thing where it was a carload, you know, was like $5 or $4 or whatever it was, you know, and do a carload. They don't have carloads anymore. They don't let you get away with that. And I understand prices go up on everything because I'm sure prices went up for them, you know, to get what movies they get. And they get some good ones. They get first run flicks. But I just, you know, we went a couple years ago was the last time. I haven't been back since. And it's not that far from me. So, you know, and in our indoor theater downtown, they finally renovated it. I used to go to it all the time when I was a kid. Take the bus and, you know, go to the indoor theater and watch matinees and eat popcorn and candy and all that good stuff. You know, you'd have $1 and you could get yourself sick on candy and go in for an all-day matinee and take the bus to and from the theater and still have change left over out of that buck. So, good times. Not now. It's, you know, you don't get change back on anything hardly now. So they renovated it, and now it's, you know, real fancy, what they're trying to drag in, and it's not cheap. I think they're trying to upscale downtown. The town I grew up in, not the one I live in now. But I think they're trying to upscale it and try to draw more people back to downtown, and it's not working. It just isn't working. I remember growing up where the courthouse was, and it looks like a castle, our courthouse, and they have a gazebo there, and it used to be on Fridays or Saturdays they'd have, you know, the old bands playing in the gazebo, and you were out in the near the fountain and all the grass and everything, and you could sit there and listen to that, or, you know, you could, you know, bring a picnic lunch. It almost sounds like I'm back in the 1900s, for gosh sakes, but it wasn't that. You know, but yeah, we used to have that in downtown. Not anymore. The gazebo's there. They finally fixed the fountain after I don't know how many years, and they only let it run water on, you know, spout water every once in a while. I guess it gets kind of expensive. I don't know. So that's about it. That's anything going on. Nothing else. Nothing today. Just diamond painting and hoping I get this done so I can relax a little bit this evening and then start all my work tomorrow. And there goes the puppy, deciding to make some noise. So I will get off here. Hello, Lazy Retired Granny. Hello, Hoya Bella. Becky, I watched yours. Tita, I will have to tell you, I watched part of yours. And congrats on your 500 subscribers. And as I stated, I'm not into flora and fauna that much. but it is a beautiful painting. Congrats and good luck to anyone who wins it. I'm sure they'll enjoy it. They'd never enter the contest if they weren't interested in, having that particular painting. So, well, I'm going to go. I'm getting off here. I don't know when I will be back on. As soon as I get ready to put in the last couple drills, I will pop on real quick and show you that so that you can see that it is finished, and then I will give you an overall view. So, have a good day. Enjoy. It's Monday. It's blah blah Monday for most people. Have a good one. Hugs. Diamond Painting Crazy Lady. I'm out.